What is going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. Hope everybody out there is doing well today. As for myself, I am doing pretty good. You see where I'm at, out here in the shop getting some work done. Just took a break from the machines running and was getting a little chart time in, and figured I would make a video on something I wanted to make a video on a few days ago. I did live stream Thursday afternoon, just kind of streaming the charts. I was done trading on the day, but figured I'd let the chart stream, get a little watch time in for anybody that wanted to watch them. And while the charts was running, I took a look at them and I kind of saw a play forming. And as that play was forming, I actually kind of called it out in the chat on YouTube. So I wanted to make a video on that because I think it was a pretty darn good call out, and just wanted to kind of show how my thought process was going as I did it. So let's jump on over real quick. I have YouTube pulled up and I have the stream pulled up. I'm gonna go ahead and start it. I have it somewhat queued up around where it was kind of setting up at. If you notice, the chart had kind of been flipping green, red, green, and it had flipped back red. And you see I have a down chart or a down channel on the chart, and I also had an up channel drawn, and price right now was pretty much right there in between, kind of both of them. So my thought was, if price gets back over this 88 level, which was 23,372, I expected the market to rocket back up to the high side. If price got back down below this 78 level, I expected price to kind of flush. And you see right, let's see, hold on, because it's kind of hard to see it, which kind of sucks. Let me see if I can bring it up. Can y'all see that? No, you can't. What's hiding it? Give me 1 second. Let's remove there we go, because I had got it on full screen right now. But you notice down here in the comment section, I make the comment that either we ripping back up on a green flip over 23,372, or we flush back out and take this move back, meaning we make the move all the way back down. And you notice I timestamp it 12:56, and if you look up, it was 12:58 at the time that I had posted the comment. And then you see here, I say I see the flush happening back below 23,357. That's that 78 level right there. If the market goes that way, have to always look at it as an if-then statement. So look at where price had gotten back up to. We're back up at that 23,372. So just because we break over it, that's not really an actionable moment for me. What I want to see is price close above the level and then take off. That's what I want to see. So notice, look what that candle did. It closed right at that 88 level. It peekabooed over, but it closed below it. Peekaboos over, closes below it. So again, this candle had, this is how I see it. Had this candle closed over that 88 level and we broke the high, we were going back up to the top of this channel. That's how I read the charts. But that didn't happen. So notice I put down in the comments that candle closed at 23,373. Let's see if it holds. I had typed that in when that candle did it, but it didn't hold over 23,373. But let's take a look at this next price action and let's see what it does. Still just kind of chopping around. This is pretty much what I call no man's land. I'm not going to take any trades anywhere in between this, because there's support right here if you try to go short. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's support. And then there's going to be resistance here. And this is the main thing. It's resistance on this channel, and it's resistance on this 88 level. But if we can get over that, I see big things happening. Also, you notice in the comment, I had said we're ripping back up on a green flip. So you notice the chart is red right now. But because I know my system, I know that this is going to flip green at any moment on a nice push up, because you see this cloud, I call that the bounce cloud. It's red, then you see it's green, and then it's red. You notice price is over that bounce cloud. So, booyah. I know my system. So, price is over the 88 level. It's in that channel. Something that I used to tell Spark all the time when me and him are trading in the Discord. If price gets back in my channel and we make we break that candle. So if we break this candle, I expect an explosive move. So I would be entering on that break of that candle. It dropped that black dot. This layout right here is a new system that I'm working on. I've kind of incorporated it. And now the next time you see, like next week when I'm trading, it'll be my original OTRS trade system, and it'll have this incorporated. It won't be two separate systems. It's just going to be one system. Boom. Candle closes, breaks the high. Off to the races. I expect an explosive move. How explosive? I can't tell you that. But my entry is going to be on the break of that candle. My stop is going to be below that candle, or if I want to give it a little room, I could put it below the bounce cloud. And if I want to give it a little bit more room, I have an ATR stop now, which you see right there, which is these gray lines. So I have 3 different areas where I could place my stop. It's just your risk tolerance. Do you want to be giving it a very tight stop, or do you want to let the trade breathe? A lot of times I'll give a trade a very tight stop, that one candle, and it needs a little room to breathe. So that's where you can either use the bounce cloud or you can use the ATR. And that, I want to say I have it at 3 times ATR. I want to say that's what I have it at right now. It's 3 times ATR. But notice, break over 373, we're ripping back up. Called that at 1255, and look at what we're doing, y'all. Chart has flipped back green. We're back on a green chart. So based on my system, the market is back bullish. I would be looking for long entries. I'll have someone ask, like, well, why would you be thinking long when your chart was red? And you kind of have to forecast that this thing is about to go green. When it got outside of this channel, and I know you look over here and you're like, well, there's nothing there that would make you want to draw that channel that way. But I'll draw my channel based on these points here. And when I draw my channels, I want as many points touching. So some people might use the wicks. Some people might go out and use the furthest point. I like as many points touching. That's something that I learned with professional trading strategies. So point 1, point 2, those are my starting points. Point 3 would come up here, and then I'll just stretch it out, and I can just stretch it out as far as I want to stretch it out to, and then it's going to tell me where I should expect to catch resistance where I should expect to catch support. Once we broke out of that and we got over this bounce cloud, it's off to the races. So I just snagged a screenshot there, but notice down in the comments, and that's how you call it. And then I had to shut it down at that point. Had to get to work, but that's how you have to look at the market, y'all. It's as I always say, a lot of people will look at the market as black and white. Red chart, I should only be looking for shorts. Green chart, I should only be looking for longs. But you mix that black and you mix that white up, and it's a lot of gray in between. And you just have to, you got to take that into an account. Because had I not been looking for the long right here as that was playing out, I would have missed this entire move. But based on my new system, when that starts leaving that yellow arrow and the next candle breaks the high, you take that and you put the stop down there and it's off to the races. But look at that, y'all. You can't tell me that that right there is not a clean move. You cannot tell me that that right there was not a clean move. And look at what it did. Look at what it did. Candle closed at that level. Candle closed at that level. Candle at that particular time at that level. That's sweet. That's sweet. That's sweet. I think I have the chart pulled up. Let me see. I think I do. If I can get out of this full screen mode. Exit full screen. Yeah, so this is what that move had looked like right there. Very clean. Very, very clean. And I had kind of gotten out of the habit of drawing my channels. Those are a must for me. Those channels are a must. I have to draw them. And it's easy to delete them. You draw them, you delete them. You draw them, you delete them. You draw them, it's no longer valid, you delete it. It's that simple. Let's say like right here, I'm looking at this. Let's say I'm thinking the market is going to go higher. I draw that channel there. Notice that's what I would have expected it to do. So we'll do that. Let's see how it played out. If it doesn't, I just delete it. But also, watch this. I could take this point. I could take that same point, and now I can go this way with it, y'all. You see that? You see how I did that? So I could delete this point, that point, and now I pull it and I reverse it. And look at what it's showing me. It's showing me where I should catch support, where I should catch resistance, support. So channels to me are crazy. Notice we get out of it again. It's two things. I could either do that same thing again. I can duplicate it and I can bring it down and do it that way. It should tell me again, resistance, resistance, or I could just start a new one. But they're so easy to get rid of. You see that? You just right click and remove, right click and remove. But channels, y'all, this week has been a good week for me. I didn't have too many costly mistakes this week. And I also traded very smart. I made what I wanted to make and I left the market alone. Made what I wanted to make and I left the market alone, to the point I didn't even trade really on Thursday or Friday. Thursday, I was like, all right, I'm risking $10. No, I was risking $20. I'm gonna risk $20. I'm gonna take 2 trades. First trade, lost $10. Should have been done. Said, nope, I'll go back in. Went back in, risking another $20. And I think I made, or I'm sorry, risking $10. I made like 40 bucks. So I closed the day out like up $35. But I had already made my weekly goal by like Wednesday. Friday, basically said I was done, but I was like, I'll risk 20 bucks again. I took a trade. I lost $10. First trade out the block. Lost $10. Shut it down. Shut it down. That's highly unlike me because I don't like to see a red day. So I'll take a $10 red day and try to turn it green like I did Thursday. But a lot of times that $10 red day can turn into a $200-300 red day. I could take a $500 green day and try to make $600. And I could turn that $500 green day into a blown up an account. So I know my struggles. So this week, pretty good. Didn't really let it affect me too much. I want to show you one more channel that I'm kind of seeing here. This is going to be a down channel. So I'm going to take that point there and I'm going to take this point here and then watch this. I'm going to go backwards. So you saw those 2 points I just took. Now I'm going to go backwards and watch this. Boom. I'm going to use that point right there. And let's see how that looks. I'm going to delete this one. We'll remove that one. So only one that we see is that one right there. And let's see how this kind of plays out. And then I'm going to wrap this video. This is what I like to see, y'all. Y'all clearly saw how I did that. This is what I like to see. Look how price is reacting right there. Look at how price reacts there. Look at how price reacts there. Now, sometimes I'll go back in and kind of clean this up. Like this one here, I might move it down just so it's kind of touching here. Because remember I said I want as many points touching. But you saw how unorthodox that was? And this is how I can get a channel on my chart that will have empty spaces like this. And you would say, nah, you didn't draw that firsthand. Yes, I did. Because I used this point, and then I went back and I used that point as my low. So these are the 2 points for the high. This is the 1 point for the low. This point here should start telling me where I should start seeing if we do drop lower. Made some good money this week doing that. Made some very good money doing that this week. And look at that. Look at that right there. That's what I like to see. Same thing right here. That's clutch. Now you're just looking for a higher low to maybe cause this to be ending. We get one right here. We get a higher low. We get a higher high and it rolls over. It doesn't establish a new uptrend. We come up here. We get a higher low, higher high, breaks that higher low. We back in trend. But yeah, simple way to draw that channel. And we see a crazy move. We come over here, you get the higher high right there, or a higher low, you get the even high. It does flip the chart green, but until this can get over whatever this fib level was and break this high right there, this could possibly roll back over. We do break the high, comes up, sets a new higher high, higher low. Now we're in trend going higher. Things that can affect the trade, second line of defense. So just gotta put that chart time in, y'all. And that's what I do on the weekends. That's what I do after the market has closed in the evenings usually. You have to put the chart time in. A lot of people equate trading to like traders to athletes. Athletes are constantly training. Athletes are constantly reading the playbooks. They're studying their teams for the next week. We got to study these charts. We have to. But yeah, that was basically, I wanted to show that play. But yeah, that's what we've been doing this week. I hadn't really been making videos, but I am still trading. I'm still trying to perfect what I call the OTRS trade system. As always, thanks for checking me out. If you hadn't hit that like button, please do so. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comments section. If you're into Discord and you're looking for a fairly laid back Discord group to come hang out in, check mine out. The link is in the description. Just a couple of guys that's usually hanging out over there, chopping it up, talking about these charts, talking about life in general. The market is so big and it's so vast that it's kind of hard to see two people trading exactly the same way. So I might talk my talk for my chart. Spark might talk his talk for his chart. Anyone else that's in the Discord may talk about their systems. There's no right or wrong way. There's no right or wrong way. What's the right way is the right way that's for you. That's what we have to remember. The right system is the right one for you, because not everybody is going to be the same thing. We're not just one big happy trade society. Everybody has their own demons, if you will, when it comes to trading. I don't like staying in trades long. I don't like trades that just don't go. I'm a momentum based trader, so I like to see trades boom. I like to see them run. So if you're looking for a place to come hang out, come on over there. If you're interested in the OTRS trade system, reach out to me. Reach out. Trying to put it in some people's hands. No cost for the first few people. I do got my good buddy Evan Marksman that's been using it. He's been finding some success with it, and he's been bringing some things to my attention with it. So if you're interested, you have Thinkorswim, you might be interested in checking it out. All I ask is that just you check it out. Hit me up. On that note, I'm up out of here. We'll be back at it again Monday. Peace.